Guys, we need to talk about professionalism today, and I'm going to go into it a little different than I have in the past. Typically, when somebody says you have to act professionally, that means you speak clearly and concisely. That means you attempt to communicate really well. That means you don't get verbose or try to throw in 4-syllable words just to do it, right? That's at least this is me with giving you the basic definition of professionalism, but there's a lot more to it. Bear with me on this video, all right? One of the things I've happened, I'm going to give you guys examples I've seen from both people turning in files to us and from us working with individuals or even attorneys in the past, where there was an issue with professionalism. Guys, I understand at first, you're just trying to make it work. You're trying to build a business. I completely get that, appreciate it. Love that you're putting in that kind of energy. Part of being professional is setting boundaries with these people. I've said that before. I'm going to get to stuff I've never said before. Setting boundaries. Hey, here's my hours you can call me at. Here's the phone number you can call me at. Use an answering service or have a second phone. Whatever you want to do, guys. But what you don't want to do is have this creep into your life and take over your life. And you don't want them to feel like they can call you whenever the heck they want. That's ridiculous. They are going to run over you. They're going to attempt to renegotiate your deal. They're going to treat you like a second-class citizen because that is how you have portrayed yourself. Okay, so you need to set boundaries. That's probably the number one thing I can tell people in this business. But there's other things as well. Under promise and over perform. If you think it's going to take 3 months to get the money out, tell them 4 to 6. Tell them 4 to 6. I would rather come in faster. I gave this example before. Anybody watch Star Trek? Anybody else as old as me out there? Okay, the original Star Trek series, they had a guy named Scotty. He was the engineer. Scotty they'd be in a battle with the Klingons, and Captain Kirk would say, "Hey, Scotty, listen, the warp drive's offline. I need this online. We've got to, we're sitting duck here. We're going to get killed. What are you going to do? How fast can you get it online?" You go, "Oh, that's probably going to take 12 hours to a day." The captain said, "We don't have that time. You got 5 minutes." And Scotty would only go, "Oh, I'll do what I can." He knew darn well he was going to get it done in 5 minutes. He blew it way out of proportion, so he always looked like a rock star. He always under-promised and over-delivered. That is what you got to do in this business, guys. That's the best example I can give of that. In addition to that, at least use an email, even if it's a Gmail address, that sounds professional, okay? I had somebody turn in claims to us, files to work where we were partnering with them. And when they turned them into us, she said, "I just can't get anybody to answer my emails." And I said, "Well, first of all, emails you got to call and mail, right? That's the credibility. That's the gold standard. You're not going to get the same kind of response, emails, DMs, texts, all that. You're just not. You're going to look like a scam because it's very hard to articulate just in written text what we do and about the money, okay?" But I said, the other thing is this the email you were using? Is this the email you were using? She said, "Yes." I said, "Listen, Huddy with the body at Gmail," whatever it was something very similar to that. That's not going to give you a return call. And frankly, if it is a married person and they're opening up on their phone or their laptop and they're getting an email from Hottie with the body, they're probably going to erase it because they don't even want the appearance of impropriety with their spouse. All right? So knock it off and do that. All right? You don't have to go overboard or anything like that. Do full disclosure, though, and be honest in all of your dealings. Now, here's the final thing. There is a company out there that is promising people a certain percentage or dollar amount and then coming back and chopping them, okay? And it's not based on the fact that they made less money on the retrieval. They're just saying, "Oh, sorry, this is the best we can do." One of my competitors that sells programs did a video on them. I'm not mentioning their name because, guys, this isn't my fight. I don't have a dog in this fight. Let them do what they're going to do because they're going to be out of business shortly because counties and states are going after them. They're not paying the claimants what they promised them, or they're not paying them at all. They're not paying mobile notaries. These guys are just a mess. And guys, you got to do what you say you're going to do. Also, research the debt. Make sure there wasn't additional debt at the time of the sale, because if there was, that is a priority claim. So when you're calling them and saying, "This is, by the way, why you lose a lot of deals if you guys are working surplus," and you're just going off the list and you haven't researched debt, right? You're saying, "Oh yeah, there's $120,000 there. I'm going to get this for you." Then we're calling them saying, hey, there's 85,000. They're like, wait, somebody else said 120. Yeah, but you had a $35,000 HELOC, home equity line of credit. That's going to have to be paid out of the surplus before you're paid. Oh, I didn't know that. I remember that. Yeah. Well, I wonder why they didn't know that. I wonder why they didn't. Apparently they didn't do the research, and they end up using me. They end up using our company because you guys didn't do the research, and we did. You have to have credibility, guys. Now, if you're going to do this on your own, you can partner with us and not worry about this kind of stuff. But if you're going to do it on your own, we highly recommend you use an attorney. We also recommend, guys, that you use a structured buyout. That way you're not classified as a finder because you're participating in the claim. You can see a lot more information on this. We have a 1-hour video, training video, 1+ hour actually, at surplusfundsriches.net. You'll see it, free training. Click on that. I'm telling you, that's going to give you a great, if nothing else, if you haven't started, it'll give you a great idea of what to expect in the business so you can make a informed decision on whether or not you want to get involved at all. Thanks, guys.